Slasher, you can hop in about 30 minutes or so. All right. No worries. It sounds like we have a few people who are off for lunch or just unavailable for a little while. So maybe we do... I mean, if there are other people in chat, of course, you're welcome to hop in here. We do have plenty of room. Otherwise, we could maybe do a solo, or we could do a pug match, and it sounds like maybe by the time we finish one of those, we might be able to reassemble the crew. I will mention, I have not ever successfully completed a gold solo. Done plenty of bronzes, done the occasional silver. I've only attempted a gold solo once or twice. I did Solarian Engineer White Geth. And I got reasonably close, but what happened was on, what was it, like the wave 6 objective was targets, and I got greedy and tried to get too many kills without missiles, and ended up having a wave. On that wave, I was trying to just kill people with my weapon and powers rather than nuking them, and found myself in a situation in which I was dying right on top of a huge group of pyros, a prime, and maybe a hunter or two as well, and so it was revive, and almost immediately go back down again, and probably eventually had to use a missile anyway to finish off the target. So, if not for that little bad wave there, where I had to blow through probably 3 gels on that alone, then I might have pulled it off, because I think I made it to like wave 8 or wave 9, and that was really the biggest shortcoming. I think collectors are really the best enemy for grabs. I mean, they have the abominations, which are basically husks. Just they explode on death, which... I mean, if you have enough survivability, then that may not be a huge factor, but for the squishier characters, it does make it a little bit harder to chain together abomination grab after abomination grab. Yeah, so I haven't really experimented much with gold solos outside of that. Female Quarian Engineer, you have the rocket turret. When I play her, I tend not to spec very much into the turret. I usually just go 3 points. But I guess what I'm saying is I would be open to at least giving it a shot here. There were other people talking a week or two ago when I was talking about the solo attempt that I'd done who had said that Brogan Vanguard is generally considered a really safe bet. I think they had said Tarian Vanguard as well, just for survivability on both of those. There's... I mean, it's Turian Ghost, I think, is a common one sometimes, but that's mostly for the damage, right? For the Cloak. I mean, Cloak is obviously useful in many situations, but... So I guess I'm saying it's on the table. I would consider doing that. Had a bit of a warm-up, but I have very little experience with it, so I'm not sure what my preferred setup would be. Is it Crow Guard? Would it be Brawler? I know you can make a strong case for the Infiltrators, but I just personally am not a huge Infiltrator person myself. And the Cloak is huge, though. And Warlord. Done a silver solo with him against Reapers. But you are very prone to sinks. As said, Solarian Engineer with the decoy is great against Geth, and perhaps with a little more of a consistent effort across the board, that might have been doable. I don't know, Turian base soldier, you have the damage. Flamer is usually one of my go-to abilities, but it works really well against some enemies, less so against others. Yeah. Flamer, Geth Trooper still one of the best choices. It is one of, if not my favorite character. The shields do mess with us. But for unshielded enemies, it's amazing. For armored enemies, it's great. It does help against bosses. But I think my primary concern is just not blowing through all of our gels, which is one of the reasons why I think I had initially opted for at least trying it with Solarian Engineer, because that decoy gave me a bunch of waves in which I could be pretty reliant on not having to use gels. The damage definitely not as good, but survivability, at least against Geth, was quite good. And the Geth Trooper, I mean, it has a lot of shields, so your HP is solid, but because Flamer requires that you be close up to the enemies, you are kind of vulnerable for that reason. But I would consider that. It's certainly a potential option, and I'm not really sure anything on the Adept side. I do like Base Human Adept a lot. That is probably one of my stronger characters. Same sort of weakness as the Geth Trooper, though, that shields are definitely the Achilles heel. But yeah, you know, maybe we give it a shot with the Geth Trooper. Oh, I did promote my soldier, so I would need to respec him, but that can be arranged. Definitely want reach. Definitely want damage. And armor damage. Then usually I drop Hunter mode. I know it gives great damage, but especially if we're going solo, then I think we need the survivability, and we'll definitely have fortification. So everything maxed out except for Hunter mode. And we're going for the survivability here. I think I usually went recharge speed here, which is great defensively, but 30% power damage is tempting. You could definitely still make a case for that. And of course, there's the argument of, well, if you're destroying enemies before they can destroy you, then maybe offense is your best defense. Could be the case here. Let's get back to that one. Hunter mode, as I said, I think we'll skip that. Definitely going for the power damage, because we are flamering it up. I mean, weapon damage is still useful, I suppose, so we could still grab this. But the thought occurred that we could not take it and then get a little bit into Hunter mode, but Hunter mode's one of those things where you really want to go all in or drop it all together, right? Having a rank 3 Hunter mode, sure you'll get some extra damage. You'll get the movement speed, but you're still losing the defenses in their entirety, and you're not getting the full return out of it. That feels like that may not be worth it. And then we're definitely going defenses here on advanced hardware, because that gets us up to basically 2,000 across shields and HP. Question is this, really. Pretty sure I had done this in the past. I think we go this route. I am tempted to experiment with this at some point, but this is probably not the time to do it. And then durability again. Then, yeah, I think we probably just take the weapons damage here. Alright, so in that case, we're looking to set ourselves up here. Do we? I mean, as I was saying, the reason why I lost the other attempt that I made was because I ran out of gels. Is that a reason enough to try getting additional ops packs or additional metagels here? Shield regen speed is, I mean, it is a bit of a defensive boost, Alternatively, I would usually go omnicapacitors if we're talking pure offense. That would generally be my go-to. In terms of weapons, I would usually go Acolyte. But that's mostly just a way to set up the Flamer as a dedicated way to remove shields and then Flamer to finish enemies off. If we're soloing, however, then there may be some situations in which we'd really like to have more reliable out-and-out weapons damage, even against bigger enemies, where we just don't want to get into Flamer range against them because they're going to be too threatening. So sometimes, for that reason, rather than going Acolyte, I've gone Lancer on this guy. So it just packs a little more of a punch. Still capable of removing the shields. Technically probably not quite as efficient at it. It is a little bit heavier. But it has better damage against bigger enemies, especially if we want to keep our distance against some of those. So that's sort of the argument for either of them. Not necessarily sure which one we'd find a better option. I mean, also, this is maybe a small factor, but the Lancer with the no need to pick up ammo can be a good thing. You know, we won't find ourselves ever getting stuck where we need to make our way over to an ammo box, otherwise we can't shoot. There will potentially be times where we'll accidentally overload it and we'll need to reload, and that will take a lot of time to recharge, which in a pinch can put you in a lot of trouble. But I think I might be leaning a little bit more toward Lancer. I think it's the safer option, for solos at least, because it gives us that better, more reliable range source of damage. That means we're definitely not going Pistol Lamp, but question is this something defensive or is this something offensive? Definitely going to go Cyclonics. We have a lot of shields to power up. And then we have armor piercing on the Lancer, right? Yeah, we took some. So this is where it's really important that we take some shield removal with either Disruptor or Basic. Usually I go Basic when I'm going Flamer. My Collector SMG level, I think it's 10 actually. Yeah, I mean this is great for out-and-out damage. My question with this would be, do we have enough shield removal? I mean, I guess if we put on Disruptor or Basic rounds on this, maybe? Is that enough to make this a dedicated shield removal weapon? If so, then that could be really solid. But it does extra damage to armor, right? And armor is the thing that we're best at with the Flamer. But it also just says pure damage. You recommend it over Lancer? Alright. Let's give it a shot, then. I have recently become a fan of this weapon. So yeah, I think we need to take piercing here. And then I think we probably need to get shield removal on the ammo. As much as I would like to get the base damage. That's also a little bit lighter than the Lancer, right? Lancer's not very heavy, but yeah, we're at 200% here, so that perhaps makes it a little easier to justify dropping the omnicapacitors, which might be what we're looking to do. Let's, in this case, go SMG amp. I feel like we might want to do this. And then Basic versus Disruptor. Like I said, usually when I'm going Flamer, I opt for Basic so that I don't mess up the fire priming. But if we're soloing And we aren't really detonating our own combos here. We're mostly just getting the fire damage over time from Flamer. And that might not matter, in which case Disruptor might be better. We just don't care as much about priming for combos. Damage is slightly higher. The stun chance could save our butts every now and again. Electric combo, not really relevant. The shield regen delay, that is relevant. Good question. So, for faction, generally, my favorite when flamering is to go against Reapers because they have so much armor and so many just health enemies. The only real things that don't work well for Flamer are the Marauders, which can be a bit of a nuisance, but usually that's one charged Acolyte shot away from taking down their shields in their entirety, and then you can flame them from there, and then it's not a huge problem. If there are numerous of them, that's a bit more of an issue. Obviously, we're not going for Acolyte here, but again, that's why I'm not 100% sure how things are going to go with the Collector SMG. But then there's Banshees, of course. Obviously, those are big enemies, and those will be a bit of an issue. I think Disruptor mostly for the stun chance. I think that might be the way to go. I think especially with the Collector SMG, because is the stun chance, is the way that it works such that it has an individual chance of proccing with each individual hit. So basically, you know, having something like a Collector SMG that shoots really quickly is going to have a much higher probability, or at least have so many more shots that it has a much greater chance of stunning the enemy versus, say, something like a sniper rifle that you shoot once and it only checks once to see if it's going to stun them. If you are only using the Collector SMG and no Acolyte, Incendiary is an option 2 for the glitch. Ooh. Incendiary plus Flamer for the double damage over time glitch, basically. It could make sense. Then I start to get really nervous about shields, though. Our damage is way worse against shields than it is against everything else. And barriers. Against non-shielded enemies, that could be amazing, but I don't know, is it still a viable strategy even against shielded enemies or barriered enemies for Banshees? I think we're doing Reapers. Of course, Reapers can sync, certainly with the Banshees, and to a lesser extent with the Brutes. The Marauders, or rather the Marauders can be a bit of an issue, and the Ravagers can snipe us from across the map, which is why having a ranged weapon will definitely be useful for us. Geth, bad for Flamer, but no sinking, which is maybe worth it just for that reason alone. Collectors, probably not. Cerberus, probably not. It's probably between Geth and Reapers, and given how Geth just have so many shields, probably makes the most sense against Reapers. Brutes and Ravagers allow you to whittle down the wave budget. Yeah, and that's one of the things that I think, not having done many solos, is something that I probably can improve upon, or at least just try to make a really conscious effort of, is being mindful of the wave budget and trying to do as much as I can to take down the little enemies first and make sure that they're the ones respawning rather than the Banshees and Brutes and what have you. Yeah. Sure, let's try... So, well, here's the thing, though. So if we were to do Incendiary, this would only... Well, the way in which this would be most effective would be combining Incendiary with Flamer, which would give us a ton of damage, but if something is in Flamer range and is shieldless, then we're already probably fine. I think our biggest weakness is our lack of range with Flamer, and so I would really like for our weapon to just be able to deal with some enemies and not have to rely on Flamer at all for things like Ravagers in particular. So we just probably can't risk running up to them for Flamer unless we can find a safe corner to round and get point blank before they can shoot us down. I think I feel more comfortable with Disruptor for that reason. I think we try this. And then we go Reapers. I do like Giant against Reapers, because there are those big ramps in the middle that are really great for setting up the Flamer. But White is also, I feel like, in general, the easiest map. Yeah, only Praetorians and possessed enemies have barriers, but you can get a lot of possessed enemies, and the problem is, if we get bead, we are in serious trouble. I think the bees alone might be reason enough to not do collectors. And there's always the exploding abominations, which can surprise you, sneak up behind you, or just be closer than you'd like for them to be when they go down and explode and finish you off. And it's not a huge factor, but it's the kind of thing that, you know, might force you into using a gel or two just for some unfortunate deaths. But I think Reapers is definitely the enemy that I'm most comfortable with. It's gotta be a question of the Banshees and a question of the Ravagers. Can we range them down? And then White or Giant, I think, is the other question. I like there are some specific areas in Giant that I think are particularly good for Flamer, but outside of those spots, White is probably better on the whole. Also for objectives, which is easier. White is definitely smaller, right? White is probably the better size. I mean, tiny map like Glacier is tough for things like... You think Giant is easier? But not too familiar with solos? White takes a little more practice. Because White has that one spot in the back area inside, right? Where if you're mindful of where you are and you can control where the enemies spawn in, then it's amazing. But if not, then it might not be. Giant is where I did the Reaper solo with the Warlord and got 10 waves survived. But this is, I mean, I guess there's some similarities between Flamer and Warlord, just because we're going to be getting up close and personal in both situations. The biggest worry I have about Giants is, honestly, Ravagers, just because there are some places where they're going to have amazing line of sight on us from a huge distance away. But with Collector SMG, maybe that's not a huge problem. Yeah, if you can control spawns from that one spot in White, then it's easier, but otherwise, probably not. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking is... That's what I tried to do when I tried the solo on White against Geth with the Slayerian Engineer, but that was easier to do than with a Flamer, or probably would be easier than with a Flamer character, because with Flamer we sometimes might need to hunt down enemies, because we need to get close range for them. So let's try this. Let's go for this. We'll set that up. Let me put myself on Origin, make me invisible. One sec, that is not Origin. That is Origin. Make myself invisible. Okay, there we are. Okay, so let's try it. Just double check. We went Collector SMG, right? Yeah. So we have the ammo, so we can fire more, a little bit of piercing, not a ton, but that will make it so we can shoot through a little bit of cover if necessary. SMG amp. Yes, you can make a case for other things with the ammo, or rather the gear slot, but I think it's probably safest to do the gels. Cyclonic 4 definitely Disruptor, I think, for primarily Banshees, basically. Getting rid of their barriers as quickly as possible and being able to do that from range. And then we're probably going to have to still Flamer them. And we'll try to Flamer them on the middle big ramps. But that's... I mean, ideally we're saving them for last. We could go armored compartments and just try to nuke all the Banshees, but that's, you know, I don't know. I don't know how that compares. And it does feel a little bit cheap. I think we'll probably, like, armor-piercing rounds or incendiary would be better for if we were trying to focus on the Ravagers with the Collector SMG, but I think we might still have enough damage that that's not a huge problem if we're still going Disruptor against them. So, I guess we give it a shot here. Let's see. Med shells were fine, at least for the moment. Let's do it. Let's go for it. What could possibly go wrong? Everything. Pretty much. But I think the biggest thing is objectives. It's Banshees. How best to deal with Banshees. Do we need to nuke them? And, oops, this. And which objectives do we get, and how do we approach those? How aggressive are we with our missiles and whatnot? That, and can we be very careful in early waves? Don't get sloppy. Don't get greedy. Save up our gels. That will definitely pay off in the long term. Don't rush things. That's a Marauder, yep. Don't get greedy and look for grabs and stuff like that. Another Marauder? So like here, for example, don't get greedy and try to rush in there to flame them all. Which is something that I would normally do, at least in a group match. There's definitely a Marauder in here. There is a Marauder in here. Kill him, right? Yeah. So patience. Patience is key. Are you behind us? Thought I heard one. This might be the last one. Oh, there you are. Or you are. This is not good. This is not good. That's really, really bad. Just debating whether to Ops Pack or Gel. Probably should have gone for the Ops Pack. I mean, that's why we took the extra gels, but that's exactly what I was saying before. Can't get sloppy in early waves and waste gels like that. It just snuck around a bit and overwhelmed us. A little too much. Right at the end of the wave as well. That hurts. That hurts. So, what do we have now? Do we start getting brutes in wave 2? Well, that answers that question. I mean, we are really good against brutes. Just the combination, as we saw there, it's really the... When Marauders get thrown in with other types of enemies, things start to get tricky, because we can't get rid of the Marauders all that quickly, at least not if we're just relying on the Flamer. really sure how I feel about this spot that we've been sticking to thus far. Oh, we do still have Marauders this way if we can. Grenade. Root round in the corner. Ooh, still got it. That's a Marauder. Careful of that. Grenade on the other side as well. Grab opportunity. Don't do it. Tempting as it might be, this is not the time. Yeah, I don't like this building much anymore. Feels like we are setting ourselves up to get a little bit pinched. So I think we skedaddle. I was considering getting that grab though. I was gonna do that. I really thought that brute just popped down the ladder for a second. I was terrified for a second. Thought the brute was just gonna casually land on our head. Not too concerned about the brute. I'm much more concerned about the people who shoot us. I think there might have still been another person in here. Sure was. Brute plus at least, yep, one more. We haven't gotten the message saying there's only one enemy remaining. Can you get him a little bit from here? Okay. Oh, see you two. Let's not stand here. So this is the spot that I was referring to before, the big ramps in the middle, where I imagine we're going to be trying to kite the Banshees and big enemies. Or water as well. Okay, that I legitimately do not like. Marauder can legitimately kill us from range. We get sloppy. That is how we died before. A combination of that and just generally getting overrun a bit. That should be the last enemy, I thought. There it is. Okay, so first objective. And Banshees start to show up now, right? So there's that aspect. Okay, so this is the part where... How greedy do we get with the missiles? Because I've gotten myself in trouble in the past. Trying to be too clever. With not missiling the first enemy. Not missiling targets in general. It's a brute for Reapers, right? Actually is manageable. No, it's a Banshee. I think we have to. Especially when she's right here. Relatively close to us. If that switched over to something else, that'd be amazing. I'm not sure if it has. I think it might have. I would love that. That's where piercing comes in. Theoretically. Enemy is now a brute. Okay. I do prefer that. For sure. This is a very bad place to be. They're also going to need Dobbs back. So I'm gonna see if we can get this guy without nuking. Too many shielded enemies. It's at least one without using a nuke. Banshee has come this way. Could still be a brute here. Oh, we don't have a ton of time. Will time go up every time we take out a target? I don't remember if that is the case or not. I know you are currently trying to shoot me as well. Nice. Ooh, that's very convenient. I'll get you before the Banshee comes. There it is. Okay. Now, once you've... Ooh, it's closer than I would like for it to be. Once you've destroyed all the targets, no more enemies respawn, right? Which means, theoretically, we could get aggressive and go after Banshees first if we absolutely needed to. Not that I necessarily want to do that, but it's an option. Please leave me alone. This is where, once again, we play patient game, right? Try to whittle away at things like Marauders. To make matters a little bit easier on ourselves. Don't go for anything too big. Not sure what the best way to fake out this Banshee is going to be. Not get all of you. There's a Brood up there. That might be our next target. It might just be this Brood and the Banshee. No, Banshee, just chill. Just give us a chance to go after the Brute. Also, where did the Brute run off to? We might need to do Banshee. I mean, Banshee is obviously going to pursue us more aggressively than the Brute, at least when she's blinking around like this. Even if I would prefer to go Brute next. See, this is the spot we want to be doing this. It's not where I wanted to be there, though. Brute down. Now I believe it's just Banshee. So now this means we try to whittle away at the barrier with the gun. Then once the barrier... Yep, just her. Once the barrier is down, then she's more flamerable. Considerably more flamerable. I liked it when you weren't being all aggressive. This would be the spot that we try to flamer her down. I think now we just be patient. No rush, just her. No need to rush. She is now invisible. Fortunately, she's the last enemy, so we can still see her fairly easily. So I don't think she's low... Okay, now she's visible again. I don't think she's low enough that one round of Flamer can take her down. That is kind of an important threshold to get to. That's a bit... But we got a little bit of Flamer damage over time. There we go. Okay, so that went pretty well. We did have to blow through a few missiles, but I mean, that's really the best purpose for them, right? We only use one? Actually, we only use one. Okay, that's very good in that case. But now, do we have Banshees on this way? We have Ravagers now, right? Ravagers and Brutes, we heard. There's a stun for you. More enemies can spawn down there? I think so. Yeah. So again, don't get too greedy. Walking up to spawns with a bunch of flammable enemies. So the sheer volume of gunfire can cause some problems for us. What's a grenade? That's a Ravager. So we actually, this might be a good opportunity to go after this Ravager. Getting one up close and personal where it's not gonna be able to shoot at us, really. But it does mean it just respawned right in front of us. Once again. I mean, it does help to lower the total points for this wave, right? But it is going to respawn again. This one we need to get closer to. Okay, there's a husk here as well. Not sure what just happened. I did not tell him to stop flamering. More Ravagers? I mean, if we're just basically forcing the game to give us non-stop Ravagers, that is close enough for sure. still. That's another Raptor behind that one. Okay, this is dangerous. Nice. I think I heard the brute. Somewhere. Coming up this way? Yeah. 2 brutes. And if it's just 2 brutes, we're actually, as I think I was saying before, we're very good against brutes. It's a combination of brutes with other things like that Raptor trying to snipe us. That's where things get tricky. Brutes' lack of range does make them nice targets for us. Gotta get up close where you can't really shoot at us. Is that flamer damage gonna finish off the Raptor? I really hope it does, but I'm not sure that it will. There is a brute directly behind us. The Raptor is not dead. This is where I just really wanted slightly more damage to finish off the Raptor. Okay. But I think at this point we're looking at soloing the brutes. Sneaky Raptor. That one is full HP. Where'd that brute go? Thought there was another brute. Another Ravager. Wait, it's just non-stop Ravagers. Am I making this up? I thought there was another brute. Apparently there's not another brute. Do we want to be over here? Not convinced this is a good spot for us to be, in truth. I mean, that is a tempting nuke, I'm not gonna lie. Get out of here. Try to avoid having to gel your ops pack. Focus on the little guys first, because that's basically the reason why I didn't do. Although it would have helped to reduce our wave counter, it would have forced those guys to just respawn again, which is not really going to help us long-term all that much. There's another cannibal over there that we kind of like to get rid of. But it is going to take a while if we just focus exclusively on the cannibals, right? That's the downside of this approach. That Banshee really close enough to land that? Wow. That's a little concerning. I did not think the Banshee was close enough to do that, but she is apparently much closer than I gave her credit for. That is another Banshee. So there are 2 Banshees this wave. Oh, I don't like this right now. I do not like this right now. Enemies are way too spread out. Just wants to get the chance to weaken a few of you here. That's where the Banshee is. Looking for the little guys still. Looking for the little guys. Trying to finish with the Banshees and the brutes. Although I'm not sure just how many of these cannibals we're going to have to go after in order to prevent the additional Banshee and brute spawns. Because it might be a lot. Once again, Banshee with a sniping warp. We heard some more stuff over there, which is tempting. I don't like this. Where's she coming from? Over there? Okay. Try to get you real quick. We gotta go. Banshee is too quick. That Banshee is too quick. That Banshee and Brute is a bad combo. Pops backing. If we had to. This is also not good. This is very not good. And if we could sneak in a brute kill, that would be nice, but I'm not sure we can get that greedy. Uh-oh. Oh, no, don't get stuck there. Don't get stuck there. Grab opportunity, theoretically, yes. But we can't really take it. Ops pack necessary. We're blowing through those now. This is what I mean. Yes, we've done a great job of focusing on the cannibals. But is that really the way that we need to be going here? It does kind of feel like we need to be going after some of the bigger enemies every now and again, otherwise we're just going to be doing this wave forever. I was really hoping no one was going to be here. I do not want to have to ops pack right now. Also not loving this spot right now. Okay. I was about to say, are the cannibals still respawning? And the answer to that question is, apparently yes. So I don't know how many points each of the enemies are worth. But it really feels like, you know, the benefit of going after exclusively cannibals, that they're the only enemies that respawn, I'm just not sure if that is a realistic strategy here. Just look at how many cannibals we've had to fight. And maybe that's just, you know, that's the patience. Like we were saying, maybe that's just the patience. Doesn't matter how long it takes, just do it the right way. Still keep on coming. Yeah, we got a brute. I'm hoping be more of a factor toward our wave counter. Hold on. Make sure we're not getting cornered by banshees. We are going to get cornered by banshees. I think we need to go past this route. Just finishing off. Yep. I think it might just be the two banshees now. It might just be the two banshees now. That's where I was about to ask where the other one was. That is the answer. And this is what we can't have. We can't have one Banshee going one way, the other Banshee going the other way, and us getting cornered. That leads to us getting synced to death. That didn't really hit you. If we can get one to just chill, or we focus on the other one, that is, of course, a nice way to approach it. We can get rid of those barriers again. That is going to be our most effective way to... Well, we get rid of the barriers so that we can flamer them more effectively. This becomes an issue, depending on what angle you're taking. Yup, we gotta go. Want you both to go that way. Got a barrier back. That's so good. Taking a bit of a risk here. So yes, there are two banshees right on top of them, of each other, but one's down. So I believe this is the last enemy. Yes. So again, weapon, get rid of the barrier. She's close enough, we might sneak in a little bit of that. Want to get her low enough so that one round of flamer is sufficient to finish her off. I don't think we're quite there yet. Now we definitely are. Whew. That was a long wave. But we're going to have a lot of those, is the thing. We're going to have a lot of really long waves like that if we make a point of just going after cannibals and cannibals alone.
The enemy has one of our recon drones. Get it back online.
Ravagers, Banshees, and Brutes, and Marauders this wave. I don't like it. It's a drone. So I think, once again, given how this is an objective wave, we need to be willing, at least, to use our missiles. This is not the direction I thought this was going in. I think we need to be willing to nuke. And or go the other way. Oh, that is not the ring around the rosy result I was looking for. Hello. Hey, Brute. Yeah! This is kind of what I mean. We might nuke this. I don't know why I'm going over that. That's irrelevant. This is not really where we want to be either. Mostly just to distract them from this. The Ravagers, though. Wait long enough. Avoid that barrage. Now we can hide behind here. A little more space between us and the Brutes. Oh, it's going this way. Going back here. Duck behind this so we don't get Ravagered. We are going up here. Okay. Are there Banshees on this wave? I thought I heard them initially. But maybe not. Objective is down. So that's big. And if we can isolate the Brutes, I mean, honestly, we can double down on the Brutes here. They want to be right next to each other like this. That works for us. That's very helpful. The Ravagers. Get cornered by Ravagers, we're in trouble. They're right next to each other like this. Working us from the same direction. That is very helpful. There you go. There's her grab, chat. Here's her other grab. Now we need to go. Is the Marauder going? Which way is the Raptor? Oh, we are now surrounded? We need to go. We need to... I don't want to be here. There's the Ravager that is kind of up there, but kind of trying around the corner, and it might be the last enemy. Don't get greedy here. Be patient. It's a weird angle to shoot you from. I can't tell if we're actually hitting you or not. Hold on. Okay, 7, definitely Banshees, right? A lot of stuff there. Trying to weaken those Ravagers, because they can cause us trouble. Yeah, there are Banshees. Banshees plus Ravager. That's kind of a nasty combo. So I think we're definitely trying to save the Banshees for last. The problem is, when we're trying to be mindful of who we're going after, those Ravagers can really mess up our day by sniping us from a long distance. There's a Banshee headed our way as well. Trying to make sure that it goes one way so that we can go the other way. Ravagers are down here, I think. That's one down. It will definitely still respawn, but I'm hoping that's going to help reduce the wave a bit. Ravager is here somewhere. I can hear it. Actually, gotta go. Can't get too greedy. Okay, damage over time was enough to get rid of that Raptor. That's great. This Banshee is going to get us if we keep staying still. Hopefully the damage over time kills you. Banshee's moving in. We should go. Another Ravager is potentially around this corner. Definitely Marauders as well. We should move. Hoping that damage over time will suffice. Oh, no, it did not. Oh, that's another Raptor. I don't like being trapped in this corner like this, because the Banshee is coming. Ravagers kind of have line of sight on us a little bit. Marauders trying to poke at us. Have that range? We not sure it's going to kill the Marauder. Great if it did. It did. Can't linger too long. We just need to get out of here big time. Too many enemies out in the middle. Can we catch it from here? We cannot. We're gonna have to drop down here because the Banshee's coming in. Opportunity to get you guys. Banshee might be coming behind us. Where is the Banshee? Uh-oh. Lost track of it. That's not good. It's over there. Ravager's gonna hit us if we don't move. The Marauders, I assume, are worth hopefully a fair bit more points than the Cannibals we were farming previously. It's not a good place to be. I'm good. Now I'm getting overly aggressive on the ops packs, though, rather than the gels, and that might not be the right play. We only have 2 ops packs now. Might have been better to, when possible, opt for the gel instead. Finish you off. So close to taking down one of those Ravagers. May still be right here. This is not an ideal situation in which to be going after Marauders when they have basically all their shields, and I did not do a good job of getting rid of them. Okay. That's something. That's a little bit of something. Banshee is still kind of far away. Over here, we're gonna get caught a little bit between a Banshee and Ravagers. And that's kind of the situation I was describing before, where you just decide to take the gel rather than the ops pack. Okay, one of the Ravagers down. 2 of the Ravagers down. That could be huge. Ah, no! I just heard a Ravager respawn. I was convinced we were far enough along that was not going to happen. Both Ravagers respawn. Wow. Marauder hiding over here as well. Oop, go away, go away. Us. Now is up time. Just enough to finish you off, hopefully. Saw that coming. Heard that coming, more like. Just the waves, they always feel longer than I expect them to be. And that comes from that lack of experience with knowing exactly what the wave budgets are, or whatever the correct terminology is. Okay, this is not a good spot. Where we need to go. Ah, okay. Again, kind of deliberately opting not to use up packs here in some instances. So we did load up on gels deliberately, and we were perhaps a little overly aggressive with our ops pack usage before. There is a Marauder here somewhere. Now we need to go. See, never gonna hit you. Don't be getting stuck on this or focusing on the Banshee at this point. Ravager is around this corner. Heard it. Both of them. At that. Oops. Around. Once the Banshee is committed. Go around down here. Really hoping to finish off that husk as well, though. Now we try to take out one of these. Ooh. I was gonna say Ravagers. Maybe we settle for a Marauder. Not a bad one. Husk. You try to whittle away at the Ravagers a bit, but now we need to go. Ravagers are on the far side. No, they are not on the far side. They're on the near side. Means again, I think we might opt for this. See if we can get somebody here before we have to go down. That's gonna get us. Oh, that makes a huge difference. And we drop here. Banshee, Ravagers are up there as well. I was hoping we would get a Ravager over here, isolated a bit. We could go after. We did get some husks that loop though. Ravagers are over here, I assume then. Yeah. Okay, one Ravager down. That's big. Bunch of enemies down there. If we wait for the Banshee to commit, which I'm pretty sure she has basically done at this point, then we see if we can get rid of a Ravager or a Marauder. I think there's a Ravager in here. There's several Marauders in here. Okay, this is not a good place to be. Really thought that was going to kill us. Yeah, I don't like this spot. There are too many angles for the Banshee to come after us from. And apparently a Ravager hit us. Which side is the Banshee coming from? Over there. Whoa! That's not what I wanted to see. Take a year off my life while we're at it. Should finish you off. Okay, that's big. Banshee, 2 Marauders. No, I think it might be more than that. 2 Marauders, at least. Marauders are next, though. That should finish this one off. That should finish you off. Might just be the Banshee now. Yep, okay, just the Banshee. That's all. The game has tabbed out. Terrible timing. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. We're cool here. We're cool here. I got greedy. I got greedy. Run. I really wanted to get the barriers down so we could sneak in a little bit of flamer on the armor. And almost paid deeply for that. Now the barriers are back. Patience. Patience. What did we say before? Don't rush it. Do it the right way. You should back up more than this. There we go. Another really long wave because we're trying to take down little guys first, but I mean, I guess it works. No brutes. No marauders. Are there banshees? Comparatively speaking, yes, there are. It is testing my patience more than anything. Do I have the composure to hold on for that long? There is also a Ravager over there. It's one Marauder. Didn't want to see you. Not there, at least. Nor did I want to see you. We're gonna casually walk right past you. I don't like this. I think we're climbing up this ladder. Ooh, that was close. There's also a Banshee over here. I think we go this way, and then we go whichever direction she does not go. And by that I mean, ignore the Banshee. There's another Banshee over here. We've not gotten anywhere near the kills we're looking for yet. And patience, patience, patience. It's okay. Just take little opportunities to whittle away. Whittle away. Doesn't need to be perfect just yet. Get some Marauders when you can. Try not to get pinned in this corner. Try not to get stuck. This Banshee. Whoa, or that Banshee. Or that Banshee. Hanging out right next to you. You should not linger there. Potentially grabbable? No problem. Not worth it. Not that time. That should finish you off. That's another Banshee that I was about to run into. This is not a good place to be. On several levels, it is not a good place to be. That was a Swarmer that killed us. How are we doing on gels? We have 5. We have to go this way. Not good. There is a Banshee behind us. Which way is she going? Probably this way. This is kind of a nasty spot to get trapped with Banshees, though. So they can go through this wall. Where's the other Banshee? She's right there. Ready to cut us off. So we've not been very aggressive with missiles yet. Of course, there's always the potential that we'll find ourselves... Ooh, I don't like this. Always the potential we'll find ourselves in a... Have to gel immediately, otherwise they're going to self. We might need a missile. We should missile. Always the chance we'll find ourselves in an objective in which we have targets, and we'd love to have missiles to spare. But I think we can't be banking on that right now. We got decent value out of that missile, I think. Got at least some of the big enemies, but mostly it was just we had a bunch of enemies right on top of us. You know, not worth it. Like we had Marauder Death Squad, basically. Have an isolated Marauder or two. Maybe to a certain extent, but I'm not sure I really trust this. This feels a little greedy. Could have gone for that Marauder. Is there still a Ravager here? There are all these Swarmers. Yes, there is. Really want that dead. And we got it. That's good. We are almost shieldless. This Banshee is going to chase us down here. We need to hopefully make a run for this ladder and hope she doesn't cut us off. If she does, we are kind of screwed. Root's gonna trap us. Let's get it to commit one way, then we go the other. Then we go right up close and personal with you. I'm very surprised you're able to hit us from there. Banshee is also right on top of us. Okay, we did get that Rapture. That's good. I'm hoping, I mean, that is a big enemy, of course. I'm hoping that we don't have any more respawning. Root behind us. There is another one. That Marauder. Confirmed kill there. Okay, where are the Banshees? So Ravager close by. Ish, I thought. Oh, what? I did not see that quiet Banshee. That could have been a huge problem. Oh, we are about to get cornered big time. We gotta go. No, don't get into cover. Mark Death Squad again. At the end of the move? Well, that's not good. Get inside, get inside, get inside, get inside, get inside. That's a Banshee right there. We are trapped. Currently, we are trapped. Might have still been able to make that way, but there was a Banshee there, so yeah. I stand by that missile. Good grab. Let's not. There's a Marauder, or rather, a Ravager over here somewhere. That's where it is. Could take out the Ravager. It did. Don't think we got rid of the Brute. Did we get rid of the Brute? Still trying to leave this Banshee. Don't love being stuck in this specific spot when the Banshee's chasing after us, because she can potentially cut us off right there, and that's a big time problem if that is going to happen. Not sure who you're shooting at. But we'll shoot you. Not 100% sure which there's where the Banshee is. Yep. Other Banshee might be up here. Kinda sounded like it. One of them is very close, might be both of them very close to us. Or Ravagers? Question mark? Possibly. That's a Banshee. Looking for things other than the Banshees, but... is it just the two Banshees at this point? Call me crazy, I like going around this area in their reverse direction. No, it's you two. Can't get too caught up on you, though. Other Banshees in that building over there, behind us. We want to try to get rid of that Marauder and then dance around in circles with the Banshees. Marauder down. Both Banshees right on top of each other. Is it just those two? If there is anyone else, we could be in for a nasty surprise. That's not good. Up the ladder, please. Up the ladder immediately. Now our problem becomes we need to have enough time on a specific Banshee to get her barriers down and whittle away at her armor. Otherwise, she's just gonna heal off the barriers again. Inside. Not hang out there, though. Okay, now this is making me nervous as well. One of them comes from this angle, the other one comes from the other. They could trap us. That is the Banshee we whittled down at least the barrier. this Banshee that's more aggressively pursuing us. Maybe less so. We want one to be really chill, mind their own business while we deal with the other one. Is the ideal circumstance. But this is the one that we've not weakened. So we would prefer if it were the other way around, but again, barrier damage, not permanent. Armor damage, yes, permanent. Neither of them have any armor damage. You ready for your chillin'? We have to run past you. What the heck was that? Come on. Okay, if you get angry and you start jumping at us from this direction, we're in trouble. So we have to break this cycle. But again, it's just can we get enough damage to actually make progress on their barriers? Okay, you have some armor damage here. But your barriers are back. Where's the other Banshee? Where is the other Banshee? The other Banshee's over there. She has no damage on her. It's a real war of attrition here. This is not good. Ow. Not have a lot of health on this character. A lot of shields, but not a lot of health. When the shields go down, if you don't have a lot left to work with, you might need to jump down this ladder, because this Banshee is right behind us. Want to try to focus on one if we can. This is the one who is weaker right now. But we don't want to get stuck when we're not on the slope. We're not in range. Don't get greedy. I know it's really tempting. Okay, but she is down. Now it's just one. Should make things significantly more straightforward, at least. Helps know exactly where she is. So yeah, she has no permanent damage to her armor. She's blinking in the opposite direction. You know, you do you, Banshee. You do you. So we'll get as much distance as we can and see if we can whittle away with you at your barriers using the SMG. Except that's not really doing anything. Okay, you're chill at the moment, which is nice. Gives us a little more time to work with here. Now you're no longer chill. At least poke her occasionally. Make sure the barriers do not come back. Not see it. But there we have it. Ooh, more waves that have tested our patience big time.
Enemies approaching.
9. We have Banshees this wave? Maybe not. Here's stuff out here. That confirms that question. Can we just, not have Banshees from here on out? It takes a lot to micromanage them. And there probably are more than just one in this wave as well. So up we go. Not sure if there are any enemies in that area. That's almost nukeable right there, but we have used a few at this point, so not really sure I want to... This is just a bunch of big enemies in this wave, is it not? Uh-oh. We might be about to get cornered. There is a Banshee over there. Is she coming up this way? And this one might... It's obviously a terrible spot to get trapped. So let's make sure we don't get trapped here. That Banshee is closer than I would like her to be. There's Brute behind us, I think. There is Brute behind us, confirmed. There's also a Banshee coming from the other direction. So we'll settle with the Brute. Nope, that was supposed to be a Flamer. Much earlier than you gave me the Flamer. Three shells left. 3 waves left, including extraction. There's a raptor here that we don't want to be taking damage from, but I was hoping we could take out that brute there. Raptor's just keeping on pestering us. The Banshees! We might be toast right now. We might get us before we climb up this ladder. Some of the enemies right here. Like this would be a good move. There is a Banshee right behind us as well. Banshee projectile on its way. I am not sure this is the right direction to go. Especially because we don't really want to be focusing down on the Banshees right now. Yeah, this is not usually what we've done. And it might have cost us. This freaking Ravager, man. Go away! Oh, they're everywhere! Banshee's right behind us. Other Banshee over there that I was about to walk up to. Banshee's coming, I know the Banshee's coming, I know the Banshee's coming. Don't like that. No Banshees on wave 12. That'll be the day, man. That'll be the day. That'll be the day. This is a corner we don't really want to find ourselves in. Brute. Ravager up here. Still another Ravager, though. 2 more Ravagers, potentially, over here. We're going down here. Bob and weave. Bob and weave. Okay, that was a Brute. Which is still not great. I thought it was a Banshee for a second. And we poke at one of the other enemies here. Finish off the Brute, we can. That's nice. Didn't see that Raptor coming. That's a Banshee over there. She's in a really bad spot right now. A really, really bad spot right now. Oh no, that's not where I want you to be either. It's a Ravager around that corner. Getting greedy. That's a Banshee. There's also a Banshee coming over this way. We need to drop down right now. And run. Not what I want to see. We need to ops back, otherwise we're going to die to that Swarmer. There's another Raptor that just spawned right next to us. Somewhere. over here. That's right there. Okay, this Banshee might cut us off. That is the very scenario that I've described in many situations before. Where we go through that area and we are near a Banshee. Hello, other Banshee. Hello, Brute. We're going through here. Ravager is next on the list if we can get it. Another Ravager, I just heard it. I think it's in here. It is not. Okay, now I don't know where the Banshees are. One there. That wasn't going to be enough damage to take out that Ravager. Weaken it, yes. Destroy it, no. That should finish the Brute. It's getting some bigger enemies now, which is hopefully getting to the point where we won't have everything respawning even after we kill it. There's still two Ravagers right next to each other. This is not good. Yeah, I was really fearing that that Banshee was going to be right there. That would have been a big problem for us. Ravager is going to be a bigger problem, though. Short term. Brute down. I don't like that. Going down this ladder. We might need a nuke. Thought that Banshee was going to cut us off and we were going to need a nuke. Minor victory that we didn't need to do that. Oh, I thought you were lower. I saw the Marauder HP. You give Marauders. That was also an enemy of some variety. I didn't have the chance to see what it was. It might have been a Banshee. This is a really nasty spot. We might be dead. Like, big time dead. We have a gel, but, I mean, if this Brute is right on top of us, then we can't safely gel. Stop. Please moonwalk away from us more quickly. So now we need to go. That was very nearly the end. Ravager. Okay, there we go. Both Ravagers down. That is big. Banshees can't climb down there, I don't think. Question mark. But this is actually a good spot to have them stuck. Theoretically. Now they're going to come around this way. That's a lot of damage projectiles. Should finish you off. Might just be two Banshees. Might just be two Banshees at this point. He says as if that's not a significant barrier. Go. We gotta go. You go invisible? Did not. Ah, this is not good. We need to break the cycle, otherwise they're gonna cut us off. It's unfortunate because we've gotten their barriers down for both of them, but again, patience is key. The other one down there, yeah. Starting to get barriers back. Oh, it's starting to get... You're very low, we can get your barriers down again. The other one is chill at the moment. If we try to focus you down. Uh-oh. That almost killed us. Here's another piece of cover here. Let's not get too clever with messing around with this spot. Waiting for you guys to start coming up there, since you aren't awaiting me as soon as I drop down. Barriers are definitely going to be back. You are the one that is not as damaged, unfortunately. Is that other one sneaking up behind us? It is. Good to go. Now they're split up, and it's a problem. You know you're a chill Banshee at the moment, but you're also a weak Banshee at the moment. One down. You are the weaker of the two once the barriers... Well, obviously, Eliminate is dead. This is the one that we made more progress on before. Oh, that was a preemptive dodge, but it worked anyway. No longer chill. Okay. Don't stop her flamer until she stops hopping like that. Woo! So I've never successfully done a solo before on this difficulty. It's the best I've done so far, but this is where we really get tested. We need to nuke them. We need to nuke them immediately. Okay, do not trap us. Do not trap us here. Just need to get this out of the corner. Just need to get this out of the corner really badly. What's the full length of the arena? That's not good. Trying to delay as long as possible, but we can't be greedy much longer. Love to save that missile for extraction. I'm hoping that we waited long enough that now the big enemies will not respawn right on top of us. Oh no. Trapped a bit in the corner here. Okay, wave 10 objective done. There is that. Can we say we did it? Does that mean we can say we did it? Because we still have a lot of enemies to kill in this wave now. I like the brutes if we can isolate them. If we can isolate them. Problem is, there are a lot of enemies that still need to be isolated. Okay, that's one down. So they shouldn't respawn now that the objective is done. Banshee is, of course, #1 threat. Potentially. At least when she's pursuing us aggressively. Bit of an isolated brute. Bit of an isolated brute is perhaps an opportunity. I don't like this Ravager complicating matters. That's the type of enemy that we would certainly make our lives a lot easier if we can get rid of them. Brute in this corner with us, we need to be careful. That's a Ravager with line of sight on us, and that's why we just need to find a way to deal with them. Brute is somewhat isolated. Ravager behind it as well. Brute down. I don't know where the Banshees are, and that terrifies me. They sound like they're close. Isolated Brute. It is almost dead. Is dead. Now Ravagers. Ravagers. Here is one of them. Get up close so you can't missile us. What's left? One more Ravager, 2 Banshees. One more Ravager, 2 Banshees, I think just 2 Banshees now. I think it was 2? Surely it's not just 1. Yeah, it's 2. Okay, so the Force, we whittled it down to just the 2 of them. So that is nice. Where's the other one now? Cutting us off? Sort of. A little bit. What? There's a Marauder as well? Okay, this was not really the direction to go, but I was distracted by the Marauder. Capable of pestering us. Just enough to be dangerous. Okay, now he should be dead. That damage over time. We made any significant progress on either of the Banshees. Enough to warrant going after one over the other. Kind of. A tiny bit on you. This doesn't work. Not when they're split up like this. One is just going to chase us into the other. So I'm deliberately not just going with our usual loop just yet. I would shoot at you, but you're the one that I'm trying not to focus on for now. So you are calm. This one very much is not. Barriers came back. That's the issue. Okay, well, I mean, patience. Patience. Got rid of the Marauder. We have made some progress. We should probably retreat down here. The other Banshee is starting to get mad. She will start to become more aggressive. Whereas one we were shooting at, I think, has now become unaggressive. So, you know, we really want to try to isolate them. If possible, have one teleport through the walls and go after us solo. Oh, no, don't do that now. Not now. Nope. Back up. Not good. We have to go. One that we deal damage to keeps on running away. And then we have to start new. One that is not yet damaged. Or at least gets her barriers back. So in terms of permanent progress, we are making little to none. The barriers come back. Armor does not. Nuking is theoretically an option if we get both of them in the same nuke. But we only have one nuke remaining, right? And I really wanted to save that nuke for extraction in case of emergencies. You. Not mad. Still don't have full barrier. Get a little bit of permanent damage on you. Don't get greedy. Get a little bit of permanent damage on you. Don't get stuck on this cover. Now they're both coming in here. As much as it would have maybe been possible to take down that Banshee there, but I think now is not really the time to be taking that risk. Okay, it is the low one that is being more aggressive here. It's probably a good thing. No, don't dash away now. Now I actually want you to come over here. Now you're dead. Now it's one Banshee. Which means, in theory, isn't as much micromanaging that we need to do here. Do you prefer going around, what is this? We're going around clockwise or counterclockwise, whichever one I was doing before that I'm not doing now. Look, I don't have time to think about clockwise versus counterclockwise. My point is, I prefer going this way. I think it's clockwise, yeah. For whatever reason. Mentally, it just fits. My brain just prefers it for some reason. Down here. Just doing our loops. Doing our loops, keep the damage on her so her barrier does not come back. Try to get that permanent damage if we can. Okay, living away at the armor, that's good. There it is. Okay, so now it's just up to extraction. We have one missile left, we have one gel left. We have one ops pack left. So theoretically, we just need to play it safe for 1.5 minutes. Then make our run and make our final stand. So I think what's going to happen is if we hang out here, we're going to attract some attention. Then we're going to have to move. So we don't get completely overrun. As we will if we linger here for too long. Well, yep, like, thanks but no thanks. I don't like that, though. Ladder, ladder, ladder. Don't hit it! Don't go down the ladder! Go down the ladder! Oh, that was close! That was closer than it had to be. Defend the LZ, they said. It couldn't possibly go wrong, they said. No. I'm gonna wait until this Banshee commits a little more, then I'm gonna go down here. There are enemies down here. Wasn't sure if we wanted to go big loop or little loop. I went for big loop. Might be able to bide a little more time in here for the time being. There is definitely a Ravager up here. Or a Brute. 30 seconds or so. Wait a little bit and then we make our run for it. You might want to break this out just so we're ready to go. That's the nuke. The last nuke we have. Just need to stay alive here, and we did a pretty decent job of cutting them away from this area. So there aren't really any enemies that are going to be rushing us down here. So we did it! We did it! Ah! First gold solo ever! Oh, man. Whew. I might need a minute. I might need a minute. That was stressful. That was intense. Oh, man. Oh, man. Thanks for the tips, everybody. Thanks for the tips. Oh, boy. So it was ultimately Geth Trooper, which is one of arguably my favorite character on Giant, which is one of my favorite maps for Flamer. Slasher. Thanks for the cheer as well. My biggest question was just that, as you guys who have played with me in groups before probably know, when I'm playing in groups, I tend to go with a totally different playstyle. I just go totally reckless, run straight up to large group of enemies and try to take out as many as I can as quickly as possible. That doesn't work when you're soloing because you will die very quickly, and there aren't teammates to revive you. So that's why I played it way more cautiously, which is why that was a 76-minute match. Well, I said it many times. Patience is key. Doesn't matter how fast we do it, we just need to do it the right way. And I think that was the difference maker because there were many times where, again, if I were going with my usual approach, just being aggressive, flamering anyone who's right in front of me and not being too concerned about how many enemies are attacking me, we would have gone down way more often, and we had one gel to spare, which is okay, but of course if we were more aggressive, then that could have quickly gone out the door, and then suddenly anything goes wrong in extraction and you are in serious trouble. So that missile we saved, the gel we saved, the one ops pack, all that I think was just enough, and we got kind of lucky on that final wave there. Fortunately, we were able to do a pretty decent job of cutting enemies away from where we wanted to go so that we fought basically no one at the very end there. Just had to nuke that one Banshee that was in between us and extraction and then sprinted over, and we made it happen. Oh man, and without maximum cheese, mind you. Without maximum cheese. Without maximum cheese. It was just we went Collector SMG. There was some question of, do you go Acolyte? Do you go Lancer? Do you go Collector SMG? And I think Acolyte definitely would not have been the right choice, because we saw, especially, there were several times where Ravagers we whittled away at from afar with Collector SMG, and that did a decent job of, if not killing the Ravagers from afar, at the very least weakening them, so next time we made a loop around, we could just do a quick flamer, didn't have to linger for too long, make ourselves vulnerable, and the damage over time would finish off the Ravagers. So that was big. And then, obviously, we had several times in which we were kiting Banshees around non-stop in that loop from ramp to ramp, and whittling away at them with the Collector SMG, I think was, I mean, maybe having something that would have dealt better damage to barriers might have been an important factor, because as we saw, there were certainly times where it felt like we were just shooting them and flamering them when they had their barriers, and no matter what we did, they would always run away before we could get them down to the point where we were actually damaging their armor. Then, by the time we saw them again, their barriers were back, and so we weren't really making any permanent progress, and that's another reason why it took us a long time to finish it, because we could have tried to just face tank the Banshees and flamer them, especially when we're on the ramps like that, because we're theoretically somewhat safe from the sinks, but played it safe, and we made it happen. And I think we had some questions about the responder loadout as well. There were a few instances in which, you know, we probably could have avoided the deaths, but knowing that we had the extra supply of gels, I think, was helpful. There were a few times where we got surrounded by Marauders, in particular, where it was like, okay, I mean, you know, there's just, they're gonna stagger us like crazy. There's just not a lot we can do here. And so if we just accept the fact that we can go down and then maybe gel and make a run for it, that might be the way we handle it. Or sometimes where I think there were some Ravagers that, or Swarmers that might have been damaging us, and we just said, okay, I mean, we could use one of our last ops packs here and heal it off, or we could save that and use our surplus of gels to help us out. So there it is! First ever gold solo. It's actually only the second time I've ever attempted one. As I was saying before we started this one up, I did one previous attempt on white against Geth with the Solarian Engineer and got to about wave 8. But the biggest problem with that one was that I had I think, objective wave 6 was targets, and I got greedy with the missiles. I wanted to try to save as many as possible, and so rather than just immediately nuking an enemy or two, I tried to take them down the usual way, and in doing so died 2 or possibly even 3 times. And I think ultimately may have even still needed to use a missile to take them out to get myself out of a situation which I was just totally surrounded by flamers and hunters and whatnot. And so that just sort of came back to bite me in the latter waves when I didn't have the consumables remaining to get the job done. But oh boy, that was, I wanted to pull off a gold solo for a long time, but I just didn't know if I had it in me. And let's just say I'm not terribly inclined to try another one anytime soon. That one, I think that'll hold us over for a little while, okay? That one will have to hold us over for a while. But, is there anyone who would like to hop in here and this time round we could, you know, maybe we just do a nice, calm, relaxing group match in which we don't need to be concerned about trying to solo every single wave. Next one has to be Platinum. Definitely not doing Platinum solo. No. I absolutely cannot handle that. No way. Yeah. I mean, as we saw there was not a lot of margin for error on gold. No. I need one more gold solo for that solo challenge. I mean, technically, I think getting one platinum solo does finish it as well, so, you know, either take the gold solo or the platinum solo. Either way, you're gonna get the challenge. Yeah, I'll probably take the gold. Alright, let me get off invisible mode, because I am currently invisible. Imagine that if on wave 10 or on extraction, we had done all the hard work, but we forgot to go invisible and someone just pops in. I would have been absolutely crushed. Yeah, I admittedly, I think I need to turn my brain off for this one and just have a low-key, chill match. Don't need to use the brain at all. Take it easy. Well, let's see. Vormav, Slasher. Anyone else? Sure, I don't need a break. Maybe after this one. Maybe after this one. Next step is gold rejection enemy. Is that the Cat 6? Cat 6 enemies, the Rampart mechs, adjutants. Yeah? Oof. Yeah, I don't know about that. I had, in the campaign, at least as a base human adept, I had a lot of trouble with at least the Cat 6 people specifically. Specifically that part where you, right after that sequence, right at the beginning of Citadel starts, where you get the Executioner pistol, but it technically is a modified version of the Executioner pistol that it weighs much more and therefore it gives you a much worse cooldown. And being a power-based build, I just could not deal with that. Limited ammo on the Executioner pistol and limited access to biotics was a real actually the most difficult component of the entire Mass Effect 3 campaign for me, at least. It took me an extremely long time to get through this one sequence where there were a bunch of just the basic Cat 6 enemies, but no good cover and terrible cooldowns and weapon that just couldn't really get the full benefit out of as an adept. But anyways, we have room here. Formav has hopped in. I think Slasher had expressed interest. Uriel says maybe a little bit later. Alright, next, so if you want to jump in, we have room. We do have room. I think we open a celebratory pack after finishing the gold solo. And one of two things will happen. Either we will unlock all of the remaining levels of all of the ultra rares that we've not maxed out, or we will get absolutely nothing of value. Which will it be? Nothing of value. What's up, Slasher? How's it going?
Pretty good. Congratulations.
Ah, thanks. Exo is currently only pugging Plat when extremely bored. I mean, you don't have to pug Plat. You can hop in with us. Oh, also let me reset this and this. So, what do you say? What do we want for this one? What are we thinking? Any ideas from chat? If not, then we'll scheme something up on our own. My one request is please nothing that it requires too much brain power or advanced skilled play. I'd kind of like to take this one easy. Oh, you know what? In the absence of any requests from chat, I think I know what I want to do. I think I'm gonna go. Just gonna slice some people in half. You know? When in doubt, just slice some people in half. That's what my pa always said. Did your pa yeah, my pa never said that. You're right. Also, I've never referred to my father as my pa in my entire life. That's also true. What if we ignore any survivability and just go all out on damage? Like Nadia and Marshall Biotic Amp and just go Oh, why? No, that's not even what I wanted. I was gonna go Juggernaut Shield, but no, not Juggernaut Shield. Just Hydraulic Joints. Pure damage. Pure damage. Okay, Exo is hopping in.
Not to that.
Yeah.
Not to that, yeah.
I mean, I say this in part because it means that I'm going to die somewhat regularly. But, you know, that's what teammates are for, right? That's totally what it's all about when you have a group of people playing together. It's just so that they can revive you. It's totally not because this is a cooperative
I thought
game.
you meant teammates are for also dying.
I mean, that too. I mean, isn't this all just us reviving each other the entire time? Is the objective not to all get the maximum number of revives on our medal?
That sounds accurate.
I mean, it might happen.
I'm gonna go for it.
Lids, you're voluntarily taking the... Look. I may not fire this weapon once. Actually, hold on. I take it back. I do have a challenge. I think I still need a tiny bit more points for the katana, but... Technically...
Do it. Do it. Do it.
Technically, though, if we're trying to maximize damage, I think pistol with the melee stunner plus the power amp, I think is still better. I think that's still more damage. That's 25% melee damage and 30% power damage, and I think that stacks for some of my melee skills, like Shadow Strike, most notably. I think that works. And we were just kind of talking about the suppressor. It's like, maybe we take suppressor, or we could take executioner for the memes. I mean, we are going to execute people, not with this pistol. But we are going to execute people with our sword. So maybe thematically, that's still the right choice. Alright, next those in as well. Yeah, I'm just going to run up and slice people in half. And that is all I'm going to do this entire match. Format is as well. Nice. Oh no, we're going to be racing to get the Shadow Strikes off. Okay. I see how it is. I see how it is, Formav. I accept your challenge. I remember to put equipment on, right? Not an ammo spot. Cryo rounds 1, apparently, is the first thing I could click on. Sure, sure. I mean, we might not shoot our weapon at all, as we were just saying, so maybe it doesn't matter. Oh, is it hazard? It's hazard. Glorious. I love it. Amazing. Perfect. Also, what enemy? Yeah. They're sliceable. They are sliceable.
Get the nice gray blood.
Exactly. Where are they? I have found them. No! Formav, get out of here! No! You're not welcome! These are my gifts to slice. Nope, you dare. Did I hear more? Yes, I did. That's not the one I was going for. That's also not the one that I thought I was going for. There is a hunter over there. I was thinking I would slice, but it was cloaked. Oh, man. I was about to activate it. Darn. Boref, you probably were as well. Hey, can we go this entire match without once firing our weapon? That might be our new challenge.
But I've already fired mine.
I mean, it's okay. That's okay. I was talking smack about not firing my weapon, and now it just comes time to put up or shut up. What, rude? Incredibly rude, actually. Don't worry, Exo, I got you. Sasha, no! Sasha, you're going melee with the What, Fortress Soldier?
Yep.
Hunter.
Okay. Oh, Hunter! Right.
No, it's a soldier.
What's
Oh, it is. Oh, okay.
I saw it. Never mind. Okay. That was just great.
And that would be the evidence. Yeah. Okay.
Indoctrination devices have been established planetside. Life is short. Find those targets.
I mean, unless you found some way of getting the hunter to spec into flamer.
Yeah, you know, his shooting is incinerated in a different way, that's all.
You're not. No, you did not beat me to that. No way. No way you beat me to that.
I mean, you can say that.
Oh, I thought I was going for that one. I was going for that one.
Oh, you did go for that one.
I did go for that one, and that one too. You beat me to that one. Ah! I was gonna do it too. I was also tempted to Shadow Strike into there. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I took a risk there. I wanted to check the timing. It worked out.
Oops.
Devices offline.
Come on, Orchard.
Oh, it's another potentially. Oh, slashable enemy. Gracias. I mean, we could revive X-Low. Or we could slash Pyro. I mean, the Prime. And kill him from over here.
Outstanding work. Enemy is regrouping.
Hey, X-Low. How's it going? It's an awfully shiny button you got there. Mine.
Nice.
No, Vormab. Stay away. You know what? You have that side. I'll take this side. Fine. That's slow. Here, let me help you out. Wait for it. No, he's mine.
Squad member down.
Oh. Ooh, did you turn it on?
Maybe.
I was thinking that it might happen as I went in there, but it was a worthwhile attempt for sure. You almost got me.
Enemy is still active. Stay alert. Here they come.
Everything is a melee kill, as it should be.
Oh, I'm gonna regret this.
Oh, you beat me to it. Ooh, that's kind of nasty over there.
That was not smart.
Odie, thanks for the raid. How's it going? How are you? Doing some Mass Effect yourself? That really looked like that was Vormav that I just tried to Shadow Strike. Like, really, really looked like it just allowed me to lock onto Vormav.
We have established I am your enemy.
This is true. Yeah, we just did our first ever gold solo, and now we're just turning our brains off a little bit for some melee action for the team after that. Oh no, you didn't. Ah, you
Maybe.
wouldn't. You wouldn't. Except that you would. I mean, they want to line up though. That works for me. It's amazing how much faster the waves go when there are 4 people attacking the enemies.
So hey, Odie.
Usually don't hear me for the first 10 seconds of the raid. Oh no! Well, I said hello. Thank you for the raid. Hope your stream went well. Were you up to Mass Effect as well? Obviously, we're doing Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. Oh no! I fired my weapon actually at an enemy that time. How dare I? That's illegal.
We've got intel that strategic enemy personnel are on
Yeah, we just did a... Whoa, this is probably the target. It is. Maybe a kill streak as well. It is.
Nice.
enemy target in play.
Very nice.
So yeah, we just did, for our previous match, did my first ever gold solo, and now we're just chilling. Bringing the team back together for a, what has turned into primarily a melee match. It's not really, whatever.
Mission accomplished. All targets down.
Nope, sorry.
Team member is hurt.
Oh, there is someone over there. There are numerous people over here, in fact. Report. Any day now. That totally missed. And now we are dead. And we deserved it. Last character was N7 Shadow. I do love the N7 Shadow. Yeah, we did,
Stay alert.
Death Trooper Giant Reaper
Enemies inbound.
was the solo. And it worked, but it was tense. So for this one, I was like, you know what? Let's just have some fun with it. Let's just relax a bit. Not worry ourselves too much. And just Shadow Strike into some people. Because it is an amazing skill. It is just possibly the most fun to play. Ow. Ooh, that was a close one. Yeah, we probably should not be doing this. We probably should be cloaking Shadow Striking instead since we're off cooldown. It was good.
Squad member offline.
We've, what have we done today? We did a pug match at the very beginning. Then we did a bunch of tests to see which map is best for grabs. Results may be hard to say absolutely definitively, but it seemed as though our answer was Ghost was the best. Ooh, you beat me to that one. We tried Ghost, we tried Dagger, we tried, what else? Giants? Giants. The other one that we tried. Ghost came up top. Ow.
Squad member in trouble.
Off with the Geth heads. Just slice them off. I believe you mean lamps. I believe you mean lamps.
I heard that. I'm feeling that.
Oh my goodness. I just barely got out.
Damn it.
Oh, that was close. That was almost amazing.
Blocked by the dead prime.
Can you revive through the reactor door? 'Cause I tried to revive you through the door. Oh, okay. That would have added to the polarity. Flaming sword. Oh yes. Oh yes. We cannot be stopped. We are completely unstoppable. Our sword is literally on fire. It is no longer on fire. My day is ruined. definitely did not just hesitate to double check if the reactor was active.
I was already aware it was at 50% before I went in.
That's a lot of pyros. That's a whole lot of pyros over here. Which is why I decided to Shadow Strike straight into them all, of course. As one does. Wait a second. Wait a second. Is that 50 kills, but not 50 melee kills? How did that happen?
Didn't you get a kill streak at some point?
Oh, I did for the objective, that's true. I did miss it once. I got you, Exlo.
And hello, Odie.
Oh yeah, and Vormav for that match on Ghosts went 50 kills, 50 grabs, 50 melee kills, all at the same time. So it was 100% grab kills for 50 enemies, which was definitely the highlight.
That is just amazing, by the way.
I'm in bad shape right now. But it's not going to stop me from trying to do the same thing once again. And probably leading to the same result. Cool. Or we'll actually succeed. Think about the prime for a second. No! Only 10 assists at this point. So we've all been just completely soloing. All these shadow strikes and whatnot. Melees and... Okay, that's really not what I wanted to be shadow striking. Leave me alone. Or not. Yeah, I have it from my perspective. I don't know if Vormav has it from his.
No, I didn't.
Darn. Also, I totally was not supposed to shoot my weapon at that prime right there. So yeah, I have some recording of it, but yeah. We can. So I guess you could still see the in the bottom corner it'll say Vormav, 50 kills, 50 melee kills. And we know that they're all grabs, but it's a little different than seeing it firsthand. But confirmation, at least. We do have confirmation. Aha!
Nice. Why am I going for ammo?
Same. Tons of enemies here. It's okay, we'll shadow strike them nonetheless. What could possibly go wrong? A lot of things, probably. What if we just ignore the objective? What if we just do that real quick?
I can't ignore the objective. It's to melee things, right?
Right. For that objective, we are doing admirably. It's not in range. Is now. Ah! I was eyeing that guy slasher.
Oh.
I was trying to shadow strike him from halfway across the map. And now, admittedly, I'm just totally competing and trying to steal all of your kills. Oh. Oops. So how's it going?
You guys look like you're having fun. Oh, poor Pyro.
No. The only poor get is the trooper.
Once again, lids, you don't need the ammo.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, that's a bunch of hunters over there. And I can now Shadow Strike. Thank you.
If this were Dagger has a lid, you should just shoot all your ammo in the air and steal the ammo so others can't use.
Oh. Does it actually steal the ammo if you don't have anything that you need to reload?
No.
No, you just have to shoot the air, that's why I empty your clip.
Oh, true.
I mean, yeah, that works.
I heard that's what all the pros do.
Totally.
Only when you're trying to steal other people's grenades.
What do you mean, when, Warmap? You're one of the 2 people for whom when is every time.
It's very important to me.
No! Okay, still got it.
I'm gonna regret this, aren't I?
Never catch this!
No, you got out.
That's not what I... Also, nice try, Brad. $30 seconds? A little less than that, actually. One more. One more. Okay, except we're not actually gonna have time to finish them off.
I mean, do you have to extract lids? That's the question.
No, not really.
And it was a question that answered itself.
For the past 5 seconds, you might have been able to hear it in chat. I was mashing the Shadow Strike button, but the Prime was on the stairs, so I couldn't do it until the very last second.
Oh, Axler is done.
Was that an intentional disconnect, Exlo? If so, then, well, thanks for stopping by. Good to have you for a little bit there. Time to go. All right, no worries. Have a good night, Exlo. Catch you next time. See you around. Okay. Anything else we'd like to do for the next one here? We do have a spot if anyone from chat wants to jump in. Let us know if that is the case. Otherwise, we can just go with whatever sounds good. So that was basically all melee stuff. Was Exlo doing melee stuff as well for that one?
Don't think so.
I don't remember what he
Not
took.
really.
No, he was
He was-
Demolisher, right?
I mean, every now and then he was, but I don't think.
I think he might have been going for supply pylon kills. He does do that with Demolisher every now and again.
Oh, I think.
Challenges. We have that custom challenge, one of the rewards there. So that's for if you have something like a specific N7S challenge you want us to do, or if you have a sort of like a specific idea of alternate objectives, like, hey, you can only use your, I don't know, you can only kill with grenades, or something like that. Or like, you must reach the gold assault rifle medal. Or something like that. Yeah, with the red lid coin. But yeah, also characters and weapons, enemies, arenas, all that stuff. Cheetah is going for characters. Everyone is a Solarian engineer except for Lids. Oh, is this because I was talking so much about the Solarian engineer earlier today? Have I done this to myself? Does that mean I'm a Solarian infiltrator? Because that's the only other Solarian, or am I just doing whatever else? Or is there something else in particular that you have in mind for me? Because of decoy? Okay. Okay. I have been known to fall for the decoy every now and again. Some have said that perhaps that means that I am actually a Geth. Now, we haven't been able to confirm or deny that either way, but the evidence is starting to stack up.
But is the evidence irrefutable?
I don't know. The jury's still out, I think. So, am I Solarian infiltrator? Am I something else? This might have been Uriel who said this last week. I think that might have been Uriel who mentioned that when I said that I do fall for the decoys somewhat regularly. Thanks for stopping by, Odie. Thanks again for the raid. And, Slasher, Odie says, this isn't over.
Yes, it's not.
Oh. Some tension
Ominous.
brewing. Yeah, quite ominous between those two. I have no idea what they're referring to, but apparently...
It will
Something.
be settled in our next Glacier Hazard collector's game.
Ah, okay.
That could mean so many different things.
Alright, so am I supposed to go Solarian Infiltrator, or am I just taking whatever? Because he said, you don't want me to use the decoy. That's fine. But is there something in particular you want me to use, or am I just taking whatever?
But we should be Solarian engineers, right?
Yeah, I
Yes.
think it was definitely that you two are Solarian engineers. I'm just... They specifically said that I am not. I'm just trying to clarify. Is there something that I'm supposed to be that is not a Solarian engineer, or am I just free to take whatever? What do you think, Cheetah? What do you want? And we still have a spot if someone else wants to jump in, for what it's worth. In the absence of further instruction, I may go Solarian Infiltrator just to play it safe. I feel like that might have been intended for me to go this route. In which case... no thanks. I mean... I was saying... I was close to finishing the challenge for this guy. So maybe we go this route. Sure, I'm an infiltrator? Okay. Wait, you're playing an infiltrator twice in a row? What is this? Look, some things... I was gonna say some things never change, but no, that's exactly the opposite of what I meant. Do we try to just get as much shotgun damage as possible and attempt to make this katana actually deal damage? Or do we just accept the fact that no matter what we do, it's gonna be a pea shooter?
Whoa, hold on. You can't be saying such words like katana in my presence.
Look, okay. Shotgun rail amp 3. Shotgun amp. Armor piercing rounds 4. The high caliber barrel. Smart choke. With an infiltrator, the contact cloak to increase power. If we can deal reasonable damage with this setup, then alright, katana, at least when all the cards are stacked in its favor, is capable. If it still feels like it's not doing much of anything, then
I think what Slasher was failing to recognize is that the katana won't do any damage to enemies as long as you're shooting at decoys.
True. Yeah, I can take a quick look at the N7HQ. Hold on. I'm pretty sure that's the one that I was closest, or at least of the various weapons. Oh, actually, there is one.
Now I have a question. Can you destroy your own decoy?
I believe so.
Interesting. I know you can destroy like your teammates' paladin shields.
I mean, there's a quick and easy way to find out.
Yeah, I'm gonna nuke. I'm gonna nuke
Yeah.
a decoy.
That's what I was going to do too.
Did I finish the katana challenge? Katana's not popping up here right now. Hold on. Let me investigate further. Katana? No, I'm close, but I'm not done with it yet. So yeah, I should go katana. There is one other, perhaps more logical choice for weapons for this character that I'm also very close to getting to. I mean, we're an infiltrator. We can carry 2 weapons, right? I guess I'll throw it on as well. Ugh, gross! Ew, who would ever want to use this weapon? He said, acknowledging that literally no one else has ever said that about that weapon. But okay, I think I am good. Oh, let me throw one of these on.
Oh, the javelin and the katana, what a combo.
That might not be something that has ever been seen before. Javelin, for what it's worth, last week we fully upgraded it, and I did not get the chance to try it since then. So this will be our first match ever in which we have a fully upgraded Javelin. Whatever that means. Save our 1 Cyclonic Spore. Okay, now I'm ready whenever you guys are. I'm not alone! I'm not the only person who hates the Javelin. I mean,
That's okay.
Yeah, I don't like sniper rifles in general.
I'm okay with people hating the javelin. I just don't get the hate to its katana.
Alright, I think Javelin, just looking at challenge-wise, I think we need just like a few kills with Javelin.
Oh no, it survived.
It did survive? Okay.
Yeah.
It's collectors.
Will it survive my nuke? Yep.
It did.
Oh!
Damn.
Yeah, it did.
I guess it makes sense, otherwise the exploding evolution would be pretty OP.
Because then you could use a nuke to detonate your decoy?
Yeah, I mean, isn't that why nukes are there for?
No!
Everyone's just dying at the feet of my decoy, including me.
Maybe the decoy has been killing us all along.
Oh.
I mean, maybe the decoy is actually our primary enemy. I wouldn't necessarily.
Maybe the real decoy was us all along.
Exactly. Okay. Point blank, cloaked katana to the face is capable of one-shotting. Is that a captain? Might have even been a captain. The fact that it took 3 shots to kill a collector, that abomination, though, is not a great sign.
It only goes to prove that abominations for the MVP of characters.
Oh. Is that so now? Time to go boom. There's a nice stone wall. Decoy is the real killer, exactly. What the heck?
No, I'm not gonna ask. It just...
A few weeks ago, we saw a pyro try to do a 720 stomp. Alright, that one failed, but I lost track of how many spins that was. It might have been competing for that title. That was supposed to be a grab. Never mind, it won't be a grab. Fine, be that way. Okay. There's some piercing over the damage. Ow. Oh, that's, I, for some reason, really thought that was one of you for a second. Again, with the whole Liz has no idea what's an enemy and what isn't. Okay, let me know if I miss-chat the challenge for the katana, because once we get it, I'll switch over to the javelin.
How many points did you get?
I think it was like 14,000, something like that. Not a ton. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Also, we're going this way, but also, I would like to explode this guy directly on top of all of us. Is that the decoy? It was, wasn't it? Darn. Darn. I wanted to kill someone. And by that I mean I wanted to kill a teammate. Oh, taking down Praetorians. This is going to kill us, probably. Or not. We avoided it.
That was probably the best use of Alpsback I've ever done.
When I blew up the abomination on you, that you were totally about to stop?
Yep.
Sorry.
No, because I actually pressed the Alpsback before the ABAM grabbed me. But the lag was advantageous there. It activated as soon as the grab animation was done.
Ow. I'd like to take cover. Frames have exited chat. Also, so has the ammo. So has our life. What's up, Super Serious Man? How's it going? How are you? We're 4 students in Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. Please don't be me. That actually makes sense in other contexts. Oh, and then he gets beat. I heard someone over here. I definitely... Oh, I kinda did.
Oh. That was disappointing.
They almost fired a nuke.
I was thinking about it.
Ooh, they are all over here. I mean, kill streak. But then again, we're here for the katana kills, aren't we? We're here for the nuke kills. See those any day. We're looking for that. Get out of there. One moment, please. Beautiful. Katana headshots. Glorious. Absolutely glorious. What could possibly go wrong here? What could possibly go wrong here? Oh, there's another Scion over here? Oh, actually, see, the thing is that's actually an abomination. Common misconception, actually. See, that is actually called an abomination. Swipe it. Okay, there's the katana challenge. The javelin we go. I think this one. Oh, we need very little. Then again, I have about negative experience with this weapon. Oh, you're going for grabs there, and then I just robbed you of both of those grabs. That may have been what just happened.
Oh, interesting. Chat wants more videos of Warma doing with
Yeah, Vormav plus Uriel duos. The crowd is asking for more.
I mean, I did watch a couple. They were entertaining.
How did I get an assist on a headshot on the weakest enemy?
That's because you're using the javelin and not a katana.
True. I thought there was still someone over here. There is still someone over here. Alright, honestly, get out the javelin. Onto them in the face, and immediately take them out. Katana superior to javelin confirmed.
Apparently, I completed now the Viper Mastery.
Shoot you in the knee! Take that! Please. I have so much weight that it takes me an eternity to get my cloak back, even as an infiltrator. There's javelin use. Okay, back to the katana. Probably. Oh, another one! Another one! No. Now I'm just gonna take him out. With that much cover penetration.
How dare you!
There we go!
Very
Katana
interesting.
headshots!
The
On
grab
for
not
Torius.
only makes you invincible, it also makes the enemy invincible.
In that case, it did.
I think it always does, once the animation starts.
Does it?
I've lost a lot of grabs over the years.
I feel like
Yeah,
I've
I mean,
lost
once
grab.
the game locks into that animation, the enemy cannot be killed any other way.
Huh.
But you can kill it before the animation starts.
I tried. That's what's important.
Not sure how to feel about that.
I was just bitter because I went for several grabs there and was denied.
Lids, this would be a perfect situation for the javelin, you say? Would it? Would it though? so close. So close. It's okay, another katana kill on the Praetorians. Lovely. Oh. Hold on. No! Missed opportunity. I missed one of those.
Don't stop. You've got it.
There we go. More Praetorian katana kills. Beautiful.
I hope all of these change your outlook towards katana.
I mean, I'll be honest. I was never a huge katana hater. Other people have been very critical of it in the past. I have not usually been among them.
I have.
There was one time in particular when I was using a Krogan, or not Krogan, Rail Adept, and I deliberately went exclusively katana, did not allow myself to use any biotics at all. That was painful. That was painful.
I think that would have been painful with a lot of guns.
Right.
Not just katana.
Right, so, you know, here where I've loaded up on more weapon damage, have the cloak from being an infiltrator to help boost the damage. Oh, it's not amazing, but it's workable.
Oh,
For the
you
most part.
survived that.
Oh, hello. Also, I've not used any powers this match. A little bit different. Or other than attack cloak. No energy drain. A little bit different, though, in this case, with attack cloak. Because that does help a lot. Supporting weapon damage. Oh, don't get possessed now. That's just rude. Actually avoided these? I'm amazed. I did not get beat again there.
Oh, damn it, why did I headshot that? That was so bad.
Too many scions. Too many scions.
You're just saying that because this is the Scion wave?
Literally non-stop scions.
Scions and abominations, yep.
Of course, katana is superior to the javelin because it has basically no delay. True. He is my primary qualm with the javelin.
No.
Also, in general, I just don't like sniper rifles, but the combination of those two things means I'm definitely not a fan of the javelin. I was really hoping you're going to do more damage than this. Oh, that's a grenade.
There's always one more scion.
Let's snipe it. Snipe it with the katana.
I'll just let my decoy kill it.
Stay alert. Enemy is regrouping.
But the decoy is the enemy.
I feel bad about that kill.
Enemies inbound.
The decoy is the enemy, but the enemy of enemy is my friend, sort of.
Decoy's not our enemy, just Lids.
So does that mean that Lids is an enemy according to what I said?
I
Yes.
might.
Oh wow, I think that's the entire spawn.
Had to be done.
Always amuses me, even on big maps like this.
Oh, frames have left chat. Frames have. Oh, what? I thought I was on the katana. I'm like, hold on a second. I pressed the shoot button and nothing happened. No, I heard the sound effects. It's the katana, isn't it? It's not the katana.
Oh no! Let's execute it, damn it.
What is this energy drain nonsense that I'm seeing? Complete and utter blasphemy, if you ask me. It is kind of funny, though, seeing all the charged up scorpion shots right in the Praetorian's mouth. And they kind of blend in.
Yeah.
Oh, look out. Right next to you. What weapon are you using, Slasher?
A Viper.
Oh, okay. Like how when I got resurrected, it gave me a couple of frames of the zoom in on the javelin. What's that all about? Excuse me? Just gonna rub in the fact that I got killed as I was trying to aim with the javelin?
Even the game doesn't want you to use the javelin.
Right, clearly. It's the only conclusion we can come to here. Oh! Did I just get killed by the Seeker Swarm? I did just get killed by the Seeker Swarm. That's embarrassing. And then I was reading chat and didn't see that I was getting stomped. Well done again, Lids. What, the javelin component, though? The little split second of javelin was a little bit sus, you think? I think so. I don't know. Totally thought that that decoy there was a decoy and not another enemy that 4-map should have been shooting at.
Come on, decoy, kill it.
Watch out for him, that is a very dangerous decoy over there. They don't use decoy what I did. On shit, on shit, on shit, on shit. Yes! Punch it again! Blood for the blood god! Yes!
Oh no.
That cost me 3 off packs.
Totally
It's
worth it.
Our local intel sinks are offline.
It's wave 10, who needs the ops packs now, right? We'll be fine from here on out.
Famous last words.
Totally.
I mean, it's so many devices.
Well, that's convenient.
Help me, Lids. It'll go faster.
One moment, I need to close before I do it. There we go.
See how fast it went?
Exactly. Almost instantaneous as soon as it started adding on. Okay, hold on. I have approximately a 20-second cooldown for my cloak. Also, I would like to grab you. I did not want to start the objective. I wanted to grab you.
I'll grab it on your behalf.
Thank you. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Oh. Hello, Praetorian. Hello, other enemy. This is not where I want to be, is it? What I need to be doing is helping Slasher on the objective. Look at that! Instantaneous as soon as I joined. Clearly, it's the way to go. Oh, it's jumping. Oh, it's jumping all right. Oh, I still got it. Also, ow. Thank you. Oh, no, it's a decoy!
I'm trying to be flanking us.
Squad member offline.
Thank you. I just want to shoot this.
Watch out, we're being surrounded by...
Okay, I just wanted to shoot the guy in the Scion head. I mean, Abomination head.
Oh, it killed my decoy.
Yes!
I mean, if you squint hard enough, Scion is an abomination.
I mean, they're all abominations.
Already only one more left.
This is the Abomination faction, is it not?
You're gonna be very upset if decoy doesn't get a kill on this.
Oh, okay, hold on. I will not interfere. I seek only to observe.
I'm on decoy.
You can do it, decoy! Now's your time to shine!
Oh.
Yeah! High five! Wait, hold on. Do melee.
You're right to be afraid of decoy. It is pretty deadly.
That's true. I almost died by hanging out next to it. Might have had something to do with all these guys, though. A Praetorian, yes, I have 2 Praetorians over here now. don't see any way in which that could go horribly wrong. Seal the kill, as we do with our katana. It is the katana specialty after all. I mean, you know what? What's the kill streak? No, not enough. Hold on, hold on. Oh, this is gonna hurt though. That's also gonna hurt. 30-ish, a little over 30 seconds. Oh, what is this javelin nonsense? Get that out of my sight. Really wanted to pull that up on you. We're very lucky that I had to reload.
Well, I'm not.
Uh-oh. That was close.
I was totally not luring it to extraction to nuke it. I don't know what you're talking about.
Totally not the intention all along.
No one does that. That's not how a teamwork is supposed to be.
No. We would never.
Never. Never. I mean, ideally, it would have been killed by a grab in extraction with 2 seconds to go. But
yeah, in that extraction in particular. Yeah.